Good evening, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Judge. About time you showed up, man. The order today is Thursday, the 26th. The purpose of this call meeting to item 1 says extend, item 2 says to extend now. Consider extending our contract. Get a roll call, please.
Alderman Chapman.
Present.
Alderman Bradford.
Here.
Alderman Wilson. Alderman Dubose. Alderman Vastro.
Present.
Alderman Chastain.
Here.
Mayor Webber. Wilson. Okay.
Anyone on the call?
Alderman Wilson's on the call.
Gentlemen, as I mentioned, the purpose of this meeting is item number 2. Can I get a motion to accept the agenda item for this meeting? Motion to approve. Second. Councilman Chester, second by Alderman Vestro. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Ayes have it. Judge, you want to give us your reason why we need to do this?
Yes, sir. As you all know, at a previous meeting, the majority of the board approved the pricing part of the contract with Clearwater through the negotiations of the committee that happened. The next phase of the negotiation includes the equipment, and we're still in the process of working with our finance people as well as with Clearwater on how we're going to handle the equipment phase. And so we just we won't have that done because the last extension is through February 28th. So just to be on the safe side, obviously, we would need to extend the contract we're operating under now to give us time to finalize, dot the i's and cross the t's. I will say that this morning I had a good conversation with Clearwater's attorney. She and I have swapped the contract back and forth. They've added some suggestions. She and I talked this morning about some things that we could not agree to, and she's removing those. She's going to send me a revised version after talking to Paul, and then she's going to send that to me before the end of the week, and then on Saturday I will respond to that back to her. Hopefully the lawyers will get all the language in the body of the contract worked out as we work with our finance folks and Clearwater to negotiate the equipment part of this puzzle we're putting together.
And part of the equipment that we will be discussing is Clearwater has identified the equipment that we have on hand that is operable, that is usable. They've identified the amount of equipment that we need. And so between the cost of what Clearwater has and the cost of the new equipment is what we're negotiating as well. And that we hope to be to bring back to you once we have finished the other part of the contract. I have talked with Clearwater, Paul, I've talked with Mr. Brian Nelson with H2O, and they both agreed to their willingness to extend the contract.
And as you all recall, in the RFP is under fleet management. This is additional and/or replacement vehicles and equipment needed for performance of the work will be identified in contract negotiations and purchased by the city. So we're doing the identification part. I think that's mostly done. Now it's the financial part of how we make that work. And so we're looking at different options on that now. So what I anticipate happening is once the attorney for Clearwater and I agree on the language that could be in the body of the contract, then the negotiating team will have to come back together to make a recommendation on the equipment part of this phase. So hopefully that's sooner rather than later, but regardless, when the clock strikes midnight on February 28th, we will need this extension in place to continue the services we have now.
And we're asking you to approve this, I believe, for 2 months.
That's what I
We don't think we need 2 months, but I don't want to have to come back in to extend another month, but we certainly, our goal is to get this done within the month's time, not 2 months.
Yes, sir. And as soon as we get it done, we plan to bring it back to the board.
Any question?
No, maybe, might not be the right time, but I want to ask you a question. As you know, I went to, our old plant the other day. And there's a lot of leaks, valve leaks, a lot of stuff coming out the top, the pressure. I want to make sure for contract sign, Clearwater, they are aware of all these deficiencies and who gonna be responsible for them. Do we need to get them
Yeah.
taken care of before the contract sign, or are they gonna take it on like it is?
No, what we did when I left you the other day, I called and talked with Mr. Womack. And we asked Mr. Womack, put in writing all of those issues that you all had discussed earlier. And he mentioned in our negotiation that there was a lot of concerns they had. I asked him if we would put those in writing, and we're gonna meet with H2O. To ask them how they're gonna deal with these issues before we turn it over to you guys. So that's what the plan is that Clearwater is putting all the concerns like you're talking about in writing. He said he hoped that we'd get it to me by tomorrow, but, he's still working on those.
Just want to make sure it didn't get signed and then we be stuck with it with them and that back and forth. Make sure it get clear before we can sign it.
We're gonna try our best to make that happen. Clearwater is concerned about that. And that's why I'm asking Mr. Womack to he understands, working with the Thigpen, what those concerns are. And we will ask H2O to deal with those. Any other questions? Alderman Chapman?
No question, Mayor, thank you. Make a motion that we approve the extension that was put in.
Second.
The motion by Alderman Chapman, second by Alderman Bradford, that we accept the extended contract for 2 years, 2 months. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Please. Alderman Wilson, did you have a question? I'm sorry, Mr. Alderman Wilson, did you have a question?
Hello. Hey, if you have a question? And what was your vote? Yeah.
You busy, they're, bullets and guns and everything, England.
Said what?
He voted yes.
Okay. All in favor, say aye. We have a motion passed. Thank you very much. Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Thank you.
Hands. Opera